Deciding to buy a house is one of the biggest decisions we'll make in our lifetimes. But one of the hardest things about deciding to buy a house is having enough money for a deposit to be able to get the mortgage for the house. In the UK, we're really lucky because there's actually a product that the government offers that really helps to be able to afford that deposit to be able to get that mortgage. In this video, I'm going to talk all about it. It's called the Lifetime ISA. Hey friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Charles and I make videos on how to make, save and invest your money well. If that interests you, hit the subscribe button below for other videos like this. Right, let's get into it. In this video, we're going to cover 4 aspects of the Lifetime ISA. 1, what it is. 2, why should I care? 3, anything I should be aware of. And 4, okay, I'm interested, how do I get one? First up, what is a Lifetime ISA? The government introduced a product a few years ago called the Help to Buy ISA, and the Lifetime ISA is almost like the successor to the Help to Buy ISA. You may be wondering what the hell the Help to Buy ISA is. Don't worry, I'll do a comparison in a separate video between a Help to Buy ISA and a Lifetime ISA, but the summary of that is, if you haven't got a Help to Buy ISA, you're going to be looking at a Lifetime ISA. So a Lifetime ISA, or otherwise known as a LISA, but I don't tend to call it that because it sounds like what you get as a 7-year-old kid in primary school in your hair and you have to go to the nurse to see. So a Lifetime ISA is a type of savings account in the UK, and it's a tax-free savings account. So what does that mean? It means that you can invest up to £4,000 per year, tax-free, into this savings account. And you can use it on a house up to £450,000 in value. So a decent amount if you live outside of London. And for everything you put into the account, up to that £4,000 limit, the government tops it up 25% on anything you put in. There's also 2 types of a Lifetime ISA. You've got a cash Lifetime ISA, or you have a stocks and shares Lifetime ISA. But there's a fairly important difference between the 2 of those that we'll come on to later. But Charles, why should I care? Well, you should care because the Lifetime ISA offers one of the best, if not the best ways to save for your first house. And why is it so good? Because there's no other comparable savings product aside from the Help to Buy ISA that offers 25% bonus on top of the contributions that you put in. Even better, if you and your partner also have a Lifetime ISA, you can both use that towards the deposit of your house. So let's give an example here. Let's say I put in £20,000 over the course of 5 years in a Lifetime ISA. That's £4,000 a year over 5 years. I have £20,000 in my Lifetime ISA. If my partner then puts in £20,000 in their Lifetime ISA, that means we both get 25% on top of the £20,000 that we each put in. And we can combine that bonus together, on top of any interest that we earn in that account too. Alright, sounds pretty good so far, right? Anything to be aware of though? Of course. One of the key things with a Lifetime ISA is that you have to have had the product for 1 year before you use it to buy a house. So if you're thinking, okay, 6 months time, we want to buy our house, this is not the product for you, unless you can push that back another 6 months, for example. If you're thinking of getting a house post 1 year, so let's say 2-3 years, or a year and 1 month down the line, then totally, this is a great product for you. Okay, year's not too bad, I can deal with that. Awesome. There's one other key caveat to be aware of though, and this one is probably the most important one. So let's imagine that you contributed to your Lifetime ISA for 2 years. You've put in the maximum you can each year and you've got £8,000 in your Lifetime ISA. But then something happens and you need to buy a new car because your other one stopped working and you can't fix it or repair it anymore. So you need to buy a car. You then pull the £8,000 out of that Lifetime ISA to buy that car. However, it's not quite as simple as pulling it out of that Lifetime ISA and then buying the car. The most important thing here to be aware of is that if you decide to pull that money out from your Lifetime ISA, you're going to be subject to a fee of roughly about 6%. So if you decide to pull out that £8,000 in your Lifetime ISA, you're going to have to pay a fee of £480, there or thereabouts, to pull that money out so that you can buy that new car. One thing, however, to be aware of is that up until the end of tax year 2020 till 2021, because of coronavirus, currently if you do set up a lifetime ISA now and you decide to pull it out before the date of the new tax year, which I believe is the 6th of April 2021, if you decide to pull it out before then, you won't be subject to any fees when you take the bonus into account. The key thing here is that you need to make sure with a lifetime ISA that you're going to either use it for buying a house or for retirement. But, and the key but on retirement is, you're probably better off using a pension that a workplace pension provides, your employer provides towards your pension, as opposed to using a lifetime ISA. This is why at the start of the video I kind of alluded to the fact that realistically the lifetime ISA is best to use for buying your first house. Potentially it works out okay to use as a pension in some circumstances, but I do a little bit more research on that if it's right for you. Particularly it looks like for self-employed people it might be good. But yeah, predominantly I would say for most people, lifetime ISA is the one for buying a house. Remember, this is only for first-time buyers. So if you maybe bought a house with your brother a few years ago and you didn't use any kind of ISA product, you're not going to be eligible for this. If someone passed down a house to you, you're not going to be eligible for this either. Important to bear in mind. Okay, quick recap. You're a first-time buyer, looking to buy a house in the next few years up to £450,000. You know that you can contribute up to £4,000 per tax year. The government will top up 25% on the contributions you make, and if you decide to pull any money out of your lifetime ISA early, you will be subject to roughly a 6% fee, but that's currently zero until April 2021. Awesome. Let's look into how we can actually get one. So there's two types of lifetime ISAs to be aware of, as we mentioned at the start: the cash lifetime ISA and the stocks and shares lifetime ISA. Let's look at the cash lifetime ISA first. The best rate in a cash lifetime ISA at the moment is with a company called Moneybox. Moneybox offer 1.1% on any contributions you make, with an extra 0.6% bonus for the first year. They're app-based, and they also offer a stocks and shares lifetime ISA too. So if you're looking for something that's potentially a little bit riskier, potentially more lucrative, then stocks and shares lifetime ISA will be for you. Let's take a look at some of those now. So two of the best stocks and shares lifetime ISAs are with Nutmeg and Hargreaves Lansdown. I actually personally use both of these accounts myself, so I can actually vouch for how good they are. They serve two kind of different purposes. So Nutmeg is a really great account if you just want to put in your £4,000 a year, set your risk factor, and they invest the money for you. Hargreaves Lansdown is slightly different. So Hargreaves Lansdown, you create the lifetime ISA with Hargreaves, and you can invest the money yourself in individual stocks or in funds. Their fees are slightly different between the two of them. Nutmeg's fees range between 0.45 and 0.75%, and Hargreaves' fees are generally a little bit more. Kind of depends upon what you do with the Hargreaves account though. If you're wanting to have something that's a little bit safer and you want someone to kind of invest in the stock market for you and you want to set your risk factor, go with Nutmeg. I'll put a link down below where you can get 6 months of no fees, which is awesome. Or if you want to be able to invest it yourself, if you want to be able to monitor it and choose the accounts and the investments that you make, choose Hargreaves Lansdown. The key thing here is it does depend upon how well the stock market is doing on whether your money is going to go up or down. If you're more risk averse, I definitely opt for a cash lifetime ISA, because really the key thing we're looking at here is the 25% bonus that the government offers. If you're thinking, oh, I'm a little bit more risk loving, totally go for a stocks and shares ISA, but just be aware the money can go up and it can go down. So that's a quick summary of a lifetime ISA. I personally think it's a really, really good savings product, particularly if you're buying your first house with it. However, if you decide that you want to take that money out, just be wary of that 6% fee and be aware of some of the risks if you do go towards a stocks and shares lifetime ISA. In the description below, I'll include some key links so you can find out a little bit more about a lifetime ISA and see if it's the right product for you, as well as including the links to those companies that I mentioned too. If you found this video useful, I'd really appreciate if you could click the like button and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you, so down in the comments below, please let me know of any other personal finance videos you'd like to see, or any questions you had on the Lifetime ISA. Till the next time.